So we all have that one friend, right? The one who's just jetting off from location to location. I'm talking Greece one day, Italy the next, and then she's in Spain. You have no idea how she's affording this or how she's even keeping her job. And of course, you're jealous. I mean, who wouldn't be? Chances are you know a few people like this, and while social media isn't always 100% the truth, it can be hard logging on and seeing everyone and their mother in Ibiza. But now that the spring and summer travel season's almost here, I'm gonna help break down some of the best travel hacks to help you get that vacation you so rightly deserve. A fabulous whirlwind summer might not be so far out of reach. Now, before we get into these amazing travel hacks, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page and that what you see on Instagram is not real. While some people can afford to live lavishly around the clock, a lot more people than you realize are going into debt to make these vacations work. So before we start, let's be clear. Do not go into debt to go on vacation. I promise you, travel debt is not worth it. Okay, so on to the tips. Tip number 1. Use a VPN to book your travel. Flight prices change constantly, literally day to day. And often these changes in price can fluctuate based on your location, the strength of your country's currency, and how popular a destination is in your region. Maybe you live in Texas and you want to know if a trip to Spain is cheaper than heading from Washington, D.C. So how do we see what flight prices are in other places? By using a VPN. VPNs essentially hide your data that the internet uses to locate you, so people, including airlines, won't be able to see where you're browsing from. This lets you change your location to anywhere in the world, so you are free to explore flight pricing from different regions and make sure you're getting the best deals. All you have to do is download a VPN and choose your desired location, check all the flight prices from different locations, write them down, repeat with a few different locations, and now you can compare prices on flights and ensure you're getting the best deal. Here are a couple examples of VPNs that you can use. Tip number 2, if you're a spontaneous traveler, check out Skyscanner. Maybe you're just itching to get out of your city, go somewhere, go anywhere. If this is you, you should check out Skyscanner. Skyscanner helps to identify the cheapest flights out of your city to another destination. The cool part here is that you don't even need to set a destination. You can just select Explore Everywhere, and it'll show you the cheapest places to go from where you're currently at. Skyscanner works by searching the top airlines and other travel providers from across the internet, so you are able to compare and contrast pricing with other providers so you can get the most value for your airline tickets. If you're still iffy about a ticket price, you can even set up a price tracking alert where if the price of the ticket goes down, you can snag those tickets at a better price. Tip 3, start a sinking fund with a high yield savings account. This allows you to slowly put money away over time to help cover those vacation expenses without withdrawing a ton of cash all at once, which can be a really overwhelming experience. Putting that sinking fund money away into a high yield savings account allows you to earn way more interest than you'd be making in a traditional savings account. And speaking of high yield savings accounts, this video is sponsored by Sofi, the ultimate personal finance app with my favorite high yield checking and savings account that I personally use. With a Sofi high yield savings account, you can earn up to 10 times more on your money just by having a better bank account. Wouldn't saving for your dream summer vacation be a whole lot easier if you were earning more money? Sofi offers up to 4.60% APY on savings with direct deposit and 0.50% APY on checking, so they can help you make meaningful strides towards your financial goals without having to put in any additional work. Best part, right now if you set up a Sofi high yield savings account, you can get up to a $300 bonus if you set up direct deposit. And if you want a high yield checking and savings account of your own, head to sofi.com/yourrichbff. Our next hot tip, do not pay for an Airbnb. Now, people have definitely been moving away from Airbnb back in favor of hotels, but there's still quite a lot of demand for cozy, home-like travel experiences rather than the typical hotel stay. Enter housecarers.com. This is a platform that connects homeowners with travelers looking to house sit. You don't get paid for the house sitting, but you also don't have to then pay for housing. Many of these homeowners require sitters because they have pets that they can't or don't want to take along on their travels. What's even better, this service operates internationally. So let's say you're planning a trip to Paris or Italy. You could find a homeowner looking for a house sitter to care for their pup in exchange, and you would get to stay in their charming one-bedroom apartment overlooking the Eiffel Tower. It's a fantastic way to cut down on travel expenses in exchange for a bit of responsibility. This approach allows you to secure affordable accommodation while enjoying a homey atmosphere, avoiding the high costs associated with traditional hotels. Up next, tip number 5, rebook your flights and get a credit. Whenever you book a flight on Delta or Southwest Airlines, turn on price alerts on Google Flights for that specific flight. If and when you get a notification alerting you to a price drop, head over to the Delta or Southwest app and pretend like you're going to change your flight. But instead, you are going to pick the exact same flight you're already on. You'll notice that if your flight has dropped in price, you'll receive a flight credit for how much the price has fallen that you can use later for another flight. These price changes can be anywhere between a few dollars or even a few hundred, so this is something you definitely want to be tracking if you're booking on one of these two airlines. I always check before my flights to make sure I'm getting the best price and not leaving money on the table. Speaking of which, next tip, if you are a plus-size traveler who needs 2 seats, you can get an extra seat for free if you book on Southwest Airlines. They have a customers of size policy. When you're booking your flights up front, you do have to purchase 2 seats, but Southwest will give you a refund for the second one after flying. Purchasing a second seat up front allows the airline to reserve your seats just in case a flight oversells, and after travel, you can request a refund for the second seat by sending Southwest an email request at southwest.com/feedback or by calling them at 1-800-I-FLY-SWA. This ensures that you and everyone around you can travel safely with no additional cost, and with all the other tips I've given, you can layer this with some additional Southwest benefits and get some major savings. The next tip is a little unorthodox, but if you're looking to buy a car, did you know you could get a free trip out of it? Volvo is known for being a pretty solid, safe car brand, but they have what's called an overseas delivery program. You can just walk into your local Volvo dealership, order one of these specific cars, put down a deposit, and then pick up your car at the Volvo factory in Gothenburg, Sweden. Volvo covers round-trip airfare for 2, plus airport lounge access if you fly with one of their partner airlines. They'll also cover transfers to and from the airport and 2 nights at a hotel. You'll be driven to Volvo's factory delivery center where you'll get a free Swedish lunch, a tour of the factory, and a visit to the Volvo Museum. Then you'll pick up your car, and if you want, you can drive it around Europe for 14 days. When you're ready to return home, just drop off your car at a designated drop-off point. Volvo will then ship your car back to the US to you for free. The price of the car is the same whether you do overseas delivery or not, and the only drawback to the program is that shipping the car to the US can take several weeks. That said, if you're willing to take a little bit more time to get your car, this is a cool way to travel for free. If you're interested in the program, visit this link to learn more. Up next, another Delta fun fact. If you fly Delta and your checked bag doesn't arrive at the carousel in 20 minutes or less after a domestic flight, you're eligible to receive 2,500 bonus miles. All you have to do is search Delta 20-minute baggage and complete the form on their site no later than 3 days after your flight's arrival. Only caveat is that you have to be a SkyMiles member at the time of travel to be eligible, but that should be pretty easy since it's fast and free to sign up for Delta's loyalty program. If you're interested in looking into this program, head to this link to learn more. And last tip, if you are a major traveler and are looking to get some more bang for your buck, getting a credit card that focuses on travel benefits can be a major upgrade for you. If you're willing to pay a decently hefty annual fee for some more luxury perks, the Amex Platinum or Chase Sapphire Reserve can make a lot of sense for you. Amex Platinum offers a ton of luxury benefits from access to airport lounges, travel and hotel credits, and 4 times bonus points when booking travel. The Chase Sapphire Reserve offers similar perks like TSA or global entry credits, travel credits, 5 times points on air travel, and 10 times points on hotel bookings. And if you want a much lower annual fee but still want some travel benefits or miles, the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Capital One Venture X might make more sense for you. The Preferred is definitely a good starting point if you're new to traveling and want to explore getting points and miles on all your purchases, but don't want to commit to a larger fee. Either way, if you're a regular traveler, the benefits may far outweigh the annual cost, even up to the Amex Platinum's very pricey $695 annual fee. In conclusion, taking advantage of these hacks can help make a summer vacation more affordable and help you get closer to that dream trip. Personally, I'm a huge experience gal, and travel's always one of those categories I can justify splurging on. But as always, don't let the luxury trip Instagram summer showcase make you fork over way more money than you can afford to spend. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you've tried any of these hacks yourself, and let me know how much you've saved. Happy traveling, besties! See you next time.